Greetings from Chesterfield, Missouri. I am Tim Jones, State Representative for the 89th District. It has been some time since I published my last video message because we have, thankfully, been out of the legislative session since mid-May, although we did return for a small special session in July where we passed two bills, one relating to economic development and another relating to pension reform. So I think it was a successful special session as well. What I wanted to just briefly talk about today was the results of some of the August primaries that we've seen here in Missouri and also around the country. I think it's pretty clear that the message is that people remain very engaged in the political process and in having their voices be heard. Here in Missouri, I am very proud of the fact that Missourians approved by an overwhelming majority of nearly 72% in approving Proposition C, which I was the House sponsor of during the legislative session, the Missouri Healthcare Freedom Act. This simply says to those who would try and continue to take over our healthcare system, mainly coming from federal government in D.C., that Missourians want to maintain and retain the current choices, the freedoms and liberties that they enjoy in their healthcare choices, in what insurance company they choose to give their business to or not, and in what doctors they see. I was very proud of the fact that the Missouri Medical Association, the doctors, the actual caregivers and providers fully endorsed and supported our effort. And the Missourians' voices were heard. Republicans, Democrats, and Independents voted, again, nearly 72% approving Proposition C. Our next message will be to Attorney General Koster and asking him, Attorney General Koster, will you now take a stand in defending what Missourians have overwhelmingly supported? And, moreover, will you join the 20 other Attorney Generals in seeking to push back the federal government through the Obamacare model, which every day we learn is fraught with more disastrous regulations, overtaxation, and rationing. On a positive note, we're now entering the last sprint of the marathon known as election season. And I'm happy to say that we have more candidates than ever on the conservative side, on the Republican side of the ticket, who are top Tier 1 candidates who are excited about their chances in the fall. I predict that we will retain the Missouri House and the Missouri Senate in the elections this fall, and we will continue to represent you and your families in a constructive, conservative way as we seek to lower your taxes, decrease regulation, and ferret out waste, fraud, and abuse in government, limiting the size of government and the scope of government to providing those essential and necessary services that it should provide you in giving you the full amount of your dollar as taxpayer. I want to thank you for tuning in during this special interim time, and I'll look forward to speaking to you again as we get closer to and see the results of the November elections. Make sure you vote November 2nd. Thank you again. This is Tim Jones, State Representative from the state of Missouri.